Setting your sight on Budongo forest meters away, you can easily believe that Uganda's largest national forest, with a total surface of 825 square kilometers, is intact. But this is not the case with so many ongoing activities in this forest, ranging from illegal timber logging and agricultural pressure to the latest wave of destructive training activities. First, it was an invasion in search for sticks, which they use as toy guns in their training, poles for building huts, and firewood, an incident that Karujubi division residents thought it was a one-off. But surprisingly, over 2,600 police trainees from Kabalye pitched camp inside the forest, clearing juvenile trees, an activity that to date poses a danger to the famous mahogany trees, the chimpanzees, and other animals. Penuelo Chama is the LC1 chairperson of Budongo Cell 1 in the Karujubi division. She says even though police made a communication through his office, the activities have left devastating effects as some species might take years to rejuvenate.
Actually, there is a lot of havoc here around. The cops have been sent in the forest. Some trees seedling has been destroyed. Only we are remaining with some big trees which are there in the area where they did their operations.
The gunshots they were shooting within here. Others were going to on some people's houses. Like me who is talking, we experienced it. We got 2 bullets on our church of Uganda, Kabalye there at Budongo 1.
In the recent years, the blame has been blamed on population pressure from surrounding communities. But now locals say the community has respected the set guidelines and just wondering why action cannot be taken against the police.
The community people usually come in the forest during the time being allocated to them to collect firewood and then come out. It is only 2 days in the week, Wednesday and Saturday. That's when they come in and then collect their firewood, the dry firewoods, and then it goes back. But it could not take place like this one.
People who are along the forest, we may be blamed by the government that we are the ones destroying the forest, of which in turn it is a government institute. So we who are along the forest, we are going to be sabotaged by the government officials.
But we are seeing the community are picking the message very right, because well stipulated in the constitution that we must protect all these assets. We used to hear Budongo being the best, being the biggest with mahogany species in East Africa. But now you can see inside here what's going on. You can just see by yourself what's going on.
Ochamau has been the area LC1 chairman since 1986, wonders whether police is transferring their training base from Kabalye to the forest, and more so, why they only wrote to him, yet he doesn't manage forests. Community members still reckon the heavy gunshots that left them psychologically tortured.
The forest officials could be the people, the one who to tell us that now we are sending or we have allowed the policemen to come and enter the part of the forest, in which part of the forest we could know it very well. But just they said, according to the letter, their letter said that they will begin right from Kisanja, the whole forest will be in their head.
Here they dug several pit latrines, and to date the forest stinks, dust bins and other manholes. Unconfirmed reports indicate that some recruits deserted and left the training uniforms in the forest. This, in addition to destruction of people's gardens and sugarcane from nearby plantations, became part of the trainees' menu.
It became a dumping place for their litter actually. Some used it as a where to ease themselves. Second, others were using it as a sleeping place actually. So there was destruction of crops.
Besides the attack on the forest, Budongo Primary School, located about 500 meters away from Budongo Forest, fell victim to police activities. Pupils here are still in disbelief of the filthy and smelly environment that law enforcers left behind.
When we came here on Monday, we found our compound dirty because Kabalye police training recruits spoiled the toilets.
So we take time to enter our classes because of cleaning our compound.
Kabalye recruits had destroyed our toilets and compound, so we had to move for long distance to collect water and clean.
School administrators say the situation was pathetic considering that some of their learners got to school barefooted.
And stepping on some contaminated something means a lot to the hygiene and health of the person. So let us work hand in hand next time.
I'm calling upon to help us. At least we construct more latrines which can accommodate our boys and girls from our police training. What we have can only accommodate our pupils.
Masindi NGO Forum Executive Director Edward Mbihebwa says it's disappointing that law enforcers are at the center of this.
There is the Department of Environmental Protection. But again, you really wonder which exactly is their role, because if they cannot advise the police.
Police is on the spot of clearing trees without a formal procedure, and there is also no formal stand from the National Forest Authority. This is now rendering advocacy along natural resources useless.
So we would want, I think, a more constructive dialogue and engagement on these very critical issues, because if then we cannot come up with clear actions, we shall realize within a long run we have lost whatever we've been conserving for a long time. And even our efforts and advocacy around natural resource governance will be actually rendered useless in the long run.
However, efforts to get a comment from the commandant of Kabalye Police Training School were futile as his phones were switched off, and so was the NFA Ranger Manager for Budongo. Stephen Mwiri, WBS News.